Let's get into this. Now, I don't know why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis. Hello, my ninjas. How are you guys doing? It's Owamie, aka Miss Fear for Bring back for entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do subscribe and, of course, the bell. I absolutely love it. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Owamie, okay? Now today, you guys, is just one of those videos where I come to you guys like I'm just a bowl of emotions. I feel helpless, I feel scared, I feel angry, I'm very emotional with everything that is obviously happening concerning gender-based violence. There's a lady, you guys, whose name was Chuhufatso. If I'm not too mistaken, you guys, Pule. I'm not Sotho, I'm Venda, so pronouncing those the name might be a bit of a difficulty. So she was 8 months pregnant, and so she went missing. She was found stabbed and hanging on a tree. She was 8 months pregnant. Obviously it's the baby daddy that did it, and they're alleging that the reason why he did it, well, allegedly is the baby daddy. They're saying that he's saying the reason why he did it was because he was not ready to be a father. Not only that, there was a lady today, some look at this video, who was found, saying that she was stabbed and she was raped, and she was dumped in Dobsonville. And there have been so many cases, you guys, that during the lockdown, obviously the whole focus has just been on corona, and I thought that somehow gender-based violence, it means that things actually went down, because I was not seeing like those like messages of, oh, she's been killed, she's been stabbed, she's been this. But it seems like it has been happening. The thing is just that we've been seeing all about corona and none of this, and honestly, it's just something that is very much hateful. In my opinion, you guys, I feel like South African men will never stop killing women, or they won't stop killing women, because the government protects them and the law enables them to do it. And that is my opinion, and I'll go ahead and explain to you guys why. We as women, you guys, we have been crying about gender-based violence for a very, very long time. When Karabumkwana was killed, we all spoke about it. There was a movement. When Nene was killed, like, same thing. So many people, you guys, so many times have we toyed, how many times have we sang, how many times have we cried to the government, and the government has been acting as if, you guys, like it's above them. It's like, what can we do? The president, I remember when he came to Union, he even went to Cape Town, if I was not too mistaken, to speak over there. You see these politicians, they will go to these women's funerals to talk rubbish, and I should say that it's rubbish, because when you say something and you don't act on it, what you said was rubbish. It is meaningless. I'm sorry, I'm getting heated. All this time, you guys, I thought that the government was just failing. But now I understand it's not a matter of the government is failing. It's a matter of the government does not prioritize women being killed in this country as something that is important. And I'll tell you why, you guys. Whenever Corona came to South Africa, immediately the country was shut down. Not only was it shut down, the government understood that in most Kasi places, soldiers had to be deployed. And when I say most Kasi places, you guys, is because obviously you guys do know that majority of people that stay there are black. In suburbs, the soldiers were not there much, because it's an unspoken fact and unspoken truth that there's this perception that people that stay in suburbs are more civilized than people who stay in Ekasi. And at some times I would see what they would actually say. So the government actually knew exactly where they had to deploy the soldiers. if you looked at the stats, you guys, how much it costed the government to actually deploy the soldiers for, I think they said 3 months, it was a lot of money. On top of that, they were able to actually get doctors from Cuba to South Africa to help with the pandemic, and they had to pay hundreds of millions of rands. On top of that, you guys, the government had to give up over 500 billion. There were billions that were actually given out to South African citizens. And not only that, you guys, courses to support, the fight against coronavirus and everything. Now, my biggest question is, for how long have women been killed in this country? For how long have women been killed in this country? Why were those billions not taken and actually used to say, in every place there needs to be a big place, or I don't want to say a warehouse, but a warehouse-sized place where, it will be built, it will be fully furnished, it will be a nice place where women who are being abused can actually go for shelter, run there and stay there, because at most times, so many women, you guys, they get killed with protection orders in their handbags. Did they not go to the police? They did go to the police. What did the police do? What did the law enforcement do? What the law enforcement do? Let me tell you what it did. It failed them. They are underground today because the law failed to protect them. Even when they got those protection orders. And most times, you guys, like, you go open a case against a man, they serve him with a protection order, which then makes him even more upset. And what the police do is that, well, you have a protection order, he's not supposed to come next to you. Well, he's not supposed to be hitting me in the first place. So if he was hitting me when he was not supposed to, what stops him? The piece of paper that says this is a protection order? Some women, you guys, are unable to leave because they do not have anywhere to go. And that's why I'm simply saying that it means that the government did have the resources. The government just did not want to help us as women. The government just did not see the importance of actually putting us as women first. Now all these resources are actually put out, you guys. Why? Because coronavirus doesn't only affect women, it affects everyone, including the men. Had it been that coronavirus was only targeting women, in my opinion, do I believe that there were going to be all these billions that were taken out trying to make sure that people are staying home and people are not coming out? Hell no. Because women are being killed on a daily basis and the government is turning a blind eye as if they do not see what is happening. I used to think that it was just a matter of, the situation was too big. I feel like that's one of the things that we were made to actually believe. However, if coronavirus can arrive in this country, within 2 months, there have been billions and billions and billions of rands that have been taken out to make sure that the spread of coronavirus actually stopped. What has been stopping the government all this while to use the same money that they're using now for coronavirus to actually fight against gender-based violence? When you look, you guys, at how Begitele was so against alcohol being sold in this country, he made sure that the measures were being followed. This is the only time that I've actually seen. I do understand that, the whole Jojo situation when it comes to our police department, like, never ever going to stop. However, at this moment, the cigarettes that are being seized and the pictures of them being taken pictures of standing next to cigarettes, like, they just don't damn well save the world, and alcohol that is, illegally being sold, and they're making sure that that alcohol is not being sold. And you look at the efforts that they actually make when it comes to protecting women. You look at the two, they do not match. Where is Begitele's energy? Why is the same energy he has against the alcohol being sold? Why is he not using it when it comes to gender-based violence? Why is he not using it to make sure that men understand that they cannot be out here taking advantage of us as women? I'm pissed, you guys. Honestly, I'm really just very much pissed. I do not understand what our women in parliament are actually doing, because I feel like they're not doing anything. When it comes to us and fighting for our rights, I don't feel like they're doing much, you guys. Because if you're in parliament and maybe you're privy to know how much money the government actually has, then I feel like, there should have been women that stood up and actually said that I want this whole nonsense to stop. There is money that is there. We need to actually have shelters for women in South Africa everywhere, even in rural places. I grew up in Venda, you guys. I've never seen a shelter where they said that this is a shelter for women who are being abused by their husbands, and where they are basically helped you guys to rebuild their lives and be safe. So if you are going to take a protection order against your husband, or you're going to take a protection order against your ex-husband, then you will have a safe place that you can go, that can actually, that will actually be guarded 24/7. And that should be everywhere. I've never seen that. Where I'm at right now, I'm in Free State. I've never seen that. I was in Joburg. I'm not saying they do not exist. I've never seen one. Yet the government, you guys, had enough money to, at this moment, be paying people that are sitting down. Now, I'm not saying that people are not supposed to get the 350s, you guys. Of course, people need to get them because people can't hustle now due to Corona. However, what I'm saying is that what was stopping the government from using the same money that they're now able to have to actually help women? Is it because coronavirus affects all of us? But when it's something that only affects us as women, it's not as important to the government? That's the biggest question I actually am putting out there. I don't understand what needs to happen, you guys. I don't understand what needs to be the next step. Because we have cried, we have spoken. At first, it was a matter of, well, as a girl, you don't need to be drinking out there. You will get raped and probably get killed. Well, guess what? People are being raped and killed when they're sober, when they didn't drink. And then it came to, what exactly was she wearing? Guess what? People are being raped, you guys, in jeans, and the ladies are being raped in jeans and fully clothed, and they're being killed. Well, they said, you don't need to actually go out. Guess what? Women are still being raped and killed in their own homes. Going to a post office, that can be your last trip. Taking an Uber, girl, that may be your last. Going to school, a lecturer can actually rape and kill you there. This is very upsetting. It's very upsetting. And it's more upsetting to me actually realizing that the law will rather protect a killer than an innocent person whose life was actually yanked off. The whole aspect of, everyone has a right to life. I don't get it when it comes to someone that has taken a life. Because when you're a man that killed someone, the person you killed also had a right to life. So I also do believe that you also need to get killed. At this moment, you guys, there are men that actually will tell you to say that, I will kill you, I'm not afraid to go to jail. But I've never heard, he said, I will kill you, I'm not afraid to die. They're doing it because they know for a fact when they go to jail, they're going to get 3 meals. KFC might even do a drive-by over there with the Tourants. Well, let me not say with the Tourants, but they might do a drive-by there and actually give criminals, KFC. They will have a day where they will actually braai in prison. It's nice. The same people who are out here, you guys, busy killing someone. You kill a mother who has got kids, and you go to jail. Who's taking care of those kids? We now have children that will grow up. When you grow up difficult, you guys, you actually suffer from anger. At most times you do. That's just the fact. Basically, there's a broken generation that is being raised because the fathers are not there. The mothers are killed by the father. Now this child grows up with the anger of, I don't have my mother because my father killed her, and I don't have my father because my father killed my mother. Like, do you men even think of what you do to your own children? Now, you guys, I also saw another case where they were saying another woman was killed because she was pregnant, and the man was basically saying that he was not ready to be a father. The same situation that happened here, as they're alleging. So it means that now, even falling pregnant for a guy, you guys, like, it's a dangerous thing. At what level as women are we gonna be allowed to actually just live our lives? At what level? Right now, you see a missing person, you guys, and already you are crying to say, like, is this person even going to be found alive? Is it even a missing case? Or, they're just starting to have to solve a murder. Only, like, at this moment, they still need to just find the body first. As women, I feel like maybe time for us to just talk, you guys. The government, honestly, I do believe they have resources. They just don't want to help us. When it's something that affects both men and women, there's money, there are billions that can be thrown. But when it's something that only affects us women, that money is nowhere to be found. How does that make sense? That makes absolute no sense. Why are there no shelters in South Africa that are being built for women that are being abused? Why? That's the question I want actually answered, you guys. All the money that has been used towards corona, how much difference do you think that money would have made for us had it been that it was even just used last year? How many women that have died would still be alive at this moment? How many? And again, why are they not actually saying if you kill someone or a woman, anyone, you guys, if you kill someone, if you take a life, you need to pay with your life? Because at this moment, our tax money is just out there, you guys, busy supporting thugs and killers in prison. I don't know what else we need to do, but I can give you fact, and the fact is talking is not helping anymore. Talking is no longer helping. We need to come with another strategy because we've spoken enough. There are many groups against gender-based violence, and everything. Nothing seems to work. At this moment, it's so sad that as a woman in South Africa, you'll be grateful to say, at least I was just raped and then I was not physically killed. Even though you were killed emotionally, but it's that whole thing where now it's like, at least, they didn't kill her. Like, what kind of a life is that for us? What kind of a life is that for our daughters that we're going to birth? Enough is enough.